Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to our video, and today we're here for another severe weather breakdown. Now we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today, including another major snowstorm that's going to move through the area, a huge cool down, and a hurricane that we're really going to have to watch for here as it may approach America. So let's go ahead and get right into it, starting off with the SPC outlook for today, where we have no marginal risks of severe weather. Moving on to tomorrow, no marginal risks of severe weather, and moving on to Tuesday, no marginal risks of severe weather. Now you may notice that there seem to be a lot of light greens. Those are the thunderstorm risks across portions of the Great Lakes and the Finger Lakes here. Well, that's going to kind of be your lake snow effect, okay? So you might see some snowiness over the Great Lakes and the Finger Lakes here on Tuesday, so look out for that. National Hurricane Center, we have this disturbance that I was talking about in the intro. This has a 70% chance to form the next 7 days and a 70% chance to form the next 48 hours that we have got to watch for here. Now, luckily, it's looking like this is not going to make impact on America, at least not a big impact, as there is going to be a good dry air that's going to kind of try to take this thing away from America and just kind of weaken it as a whole. But we have to watch to make sure this doesn't get any closer, because this would be a very dangerous situation, okay? Then we have this disturbance as a 20% chance to form the next 7 days. I'm not really too worried about that. Eastern Pacific, we have Tropical Depression 19E, but we're going to break that down more in just a minute. And then we have disturbance as a 30% chance to form the next 7 days and a 20% chance to form the next 48 hours that I don't think is a big deal. Central Pacific, nothing new. Tropical Depression 19E here is currently a 35-mile-per-hour storm here. By the end of the day, we'll probably be dealing with a tropical storm instead of a tropical depression. And then it's going to head northeastward and eventually make landfall in El Salvador, but just a little bit here, okay? So El Salvador, you need to be looking out for this thing, but only if you're like right along the coastline here. But it is most likely going to make some impacts as a 70-mile-per-hour storm, which is still going to be pretty strong, but luckily it's going to take a sharp turn south and then a sharp turn west and kind of just do a full circle here, okay? Finally, watches, warnings, and advisories. Freeze watches and warnings have expanded, okay? We've got freeze watches, freeze warnings kind of scattered across the Midwest, the Deep South, the South Central, the Four Corner states, okay? I actually say the hardest hit area by this is Illinois, because if you look at the state map here, the entire state is covered in either a freeze warning or a freeze watch. The light blue being freeze watches, dark blue being freeze warnings. But this also expands over like Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, Indiana, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Nevada, California. I could go on and on, okay? If you're in one of the western 48 of the United States, you have a good chance to be under a freeze warning right now. Now, I'm not saying that it's likely, but I'm saying that it is possible. Now, the reason that we don't have freeze watches or freeze warnings here in the upper Midwest or the Northwest is because there's already been a deep freeze there, so they don't need to reissue the freeze warnings and freeze watches, because what those are for is to warn for a new freeze that is going to be coming in, or kind of like the first freeze that might be coming in. So you can act as if you are under a freeze warning here in the upper Midwest or the Northwest as well, even though you're not. Winter weather advisories in the purple there, kind of even stretching into like the panhandle of Texas and northeastern New Mexico here, because we're going to have a decent winter storm move through. Pink, that's going to be winter storm warnings, okay? It's already starting, and we have another update on it tonight. Winter weather advisories also in effect here for northern Maine, I would like to point out, as we're going to have a winter storm up there as well. Red flag warnings scattered across California here in the hot pink, so be careful with about burning things if you're in that region. You probably don't want to do it. But other than that, pretty calm right now. Some high wind warnings in effect in the San Diego area. But other than that, pretty calm right now. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.